it's interesting. It's fun, and like I was telling them, you only have to do 6. Although I always end up going into September even. Quit September 1st, and you know, it's just fun. So you may do more than 6, which is no problem.
So you're doing it like every other week, or
Every week. You
Oh,
try
every
to.
Saturday?
If you miss one, that's
Yeah,
fine. You
is
can
it-
do it during the week, on Saturday,
Okay.
on Sunday,
oh, okay.
just so it's at least a week apart.
Oh,
That's all they care about. And you have to register your site. That's why I gave you the map there. Yeah, the Eagle Marsh. Because that'll be your first thing you'll have to do is decide where you would like to monitor. We have somebody out at Arrowhead, but there's more than one trail out there. But if you happen to live out in a Boyd, that's closer to you than Eagle Marsh, you could go out there. But it has to be a public area that you have full access to. You can't be private property or somebody's, And then if you stop, then somebody next year can take over your route if you decide it wasn't for you.
So we can pick one of these routes?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to
Okay.
tell you, though, which ones are taken already.
okay.
Because we had
That's my
some
next
people.
question. Can we mark this now?
Yeah, that's yours to take with you. So you'll see this trail 8.
That's taken. Okay, we
Trail 8 is taken. And it looks like they come down the barn road back to the parking lot. So just mark that 8 and then that white line that's the barn road. That's part of their route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that white line there.
I remember it. So that's already taken. That's
Yeah. And the next one, this is near the Boy Scout office, so go clear to your left. And
What's the number?
2.
I
So,
saw that. That's pretty close. It's up of Jefferson, right?
yeah, it's right off of Jefferson where that Lutheran Hospital
Yeah.
traffic
I
light is.
had no idea. It was
That's trail 2. And it looks like they didn't go all the way though. It looks like they stopped.
So it's just, trail 2 is just that straight line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they didn't go the whole way over towards trail 5 or 4. They just stopped there where it crosses trail 1. I don't know. That's a pretty short trail. You can cover that because it has to be at least an hour.
Yeah.
And of course, you walk very slow, so they could probably just barely do that. I mean, it shouldn't take a whole hour, but that's what they pick. Better to have that than nothing, At least that area is covered. And the next one is my trail. It's still on that Boy Scout office area. And if you see where it says A there, Boy Scouts of America, where trail 2 starts.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
mine is what on some maps it's called 1A, but it goes around to the south and it ends up, where trail 5 meets it.
Okay, so it's just.
So
So.
trail 1, half of it is covered on me.
So that's here to here? Or here?
Yeah,
Here
there you go.
to here?
That's it.
Okay.
But it's not this little section up here?
No, that little section is alone
All right.
between the 2 ponds there. And then the next one is on the other side of Engle Road. So go up the top of your map. You see Engle Road.
Uh-huh.
They start probably right there where it says FW1 on Ingle Road. B, you see B?
Yeah, I see the B.
Okay, go up and then across Ingle Road.
Okay.
And it looks like they took it all the way to the street. So they evidently took it till it goes off the map there at the
Okay.
top. So that's taken.
Which one is that?
That's,
They don't put a number on that one.
Okay.
It's just called the towpath.
Okay.
They call it the towpath.
so that's
Okay.
D. See, I call that,
So there's quite a few others. You would have to check them out to make sure they're not underwater.
Now, are these, they have a little key there where it shows boots, tennis shoes, and hiking boots. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Arrowhead is a lot drier. At least it was. I mean, they had water this spring, but that's another possibility. But it looks like somebody could do that trail too.
Hell.
Because she stopped right there where it crosses Trail 1
Yeah.
by the Boy Scout office.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you could take like,
So somebody could take Trail 2
Two.
on over to 5,
okay.
unless it
Well-
ends right there. I'm not sure. I thought that went all the way over to 5. Maybe it doesn't. You just have to turn around. And nobody is doing Trail 5. That's a really good one. That's at the bottom of your map.
Yeah.
And
How about Tree Frog Trail? Anybody doing that?
okay, we're at
7.
7.
That's the,
Yeah, nobody's got 7. You have to go across a bridge, I believe, to get there.
So now, where are we on this map? Where's the barn?
You are-
Where's the barn?
You are at the barn, which is that white line that we talked about by Trail
That star
8,
right there?
where it says P parking
Yeah,
and there's a
yeah,
black little
yeah.
star. That's the
Yeah.
number. Yeah,
okay, so trail
So
7.
7 is this right over there.
Yeah.
right.
And it goes all around there. And it's a mile and a quarter. We have boots. About boots.
Yeah, we got boots.
Yeah.
I didn't bring them.
And if you're worried about that, nobody has the towpath trail, which
Well,
you
I'm just
would
saying-
think would have been a popular one because it's up above and there's no mud
Yeah.
Really?
and
Where's that?
it's you see where Trail 4 is?
Yeah.
Right above number 4, where it says towpath trailhead.
Oh, yeah.
See, it goes from there, all the way down to Trail 1 almost.
Oh, so that black line there?
Yeah, it's a black line.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a trail number because it's called the towpath
Okay.
trail.
Well, that follows the old road there.
Yeah, it's probably, it's not exactly our property, but it's public. I mean, it's easy there's easy access and there's no rules that you would be breaking.
Well, now the fact that it has boots, will like knee-high boots be good enough, or are we gonna need weight?
No.
Oh, no, it's yeah, I've never seen it that bad.
Yeah. And this summer, most of these trails will be available.
Pretty dry,
So
yeah.
knee-high boots would be fine.
Yeah, I have regular, mine.
Yeah.
And another good one, and I don't know if I mentioned Trail 5. Did I mention?
Yeah,
Trail
you
5?
did.
Okay, that's available. The only thing is you've got to go to the Boy Scout office and go around to get there. Get to Trail 5. You'd have to take 2
Oh, okay.
and then 1
Oh.
and then you're on 5.
Oh, okay. Is that just walking only?
Is it named Tree Frog Trail because there are tree frogs there?
Yes.
Is that the one
Yeah.
you want to do?
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's the one I would pick, just looking at it.
Do you have a preference of which one you'd like to be
It's
monitored?
strictly you, and you may, maybe you might want to go out and look at it
Uh-huh.
first to make sure that's what you really thought it would be.
Okay.
And then the other one that's really cool is Trail 11. It's
Showering.
mostly wooded, so it would be shady in the summer,
Yeah.
but
And
you
then-
might have some mosquitoes
Yeah, it was pretty mosquito.
because it's pretty swampy over
It
there.
was pretty swampy.
Yeah.
Mosquito.
Is
The
7
rain was
mosquito
walking
too,
over there.
or less stuff?
No, it's amazing. All this area around here, even though it's wet and marshy, there's very few mosquitoes.
Huh.
You have to get into the wooded area before you find the mosquitoes. And I think it's because of all the frogs and toads and birds,
Yeah.
they're all feeding.
Yeah. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So that would be something to think about, and then in a little bit I'll give you how to get into that program. You have to use your email and talk to Michigan Butterfly Network, and they'll help set you up on your route if you tell them exactly what you want. And do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's important that you have a Google account, because that's the first thing you'll do is go to Google Maps, and then you actually can zero in on Eagle Marsh, and you can actually find your route, and then they have you, mark it as the route that you're going to walk.
Okay.
It's just like, like a crayon marker almost. You mark on the email
Okay.
on Google Maps where you're going to be at.
Okay.
But they will help you at Michigan Butterfly. It's called the Kalamazoo Nature Center.
Okay.
And they love to help people. So feel free
That's
to
good.
say,
I'd love to get help.
I've had my training and I want to,
You're going to tell us more about that.
oh yeah.
I want to find out how to access that first training.
I can send it to you
Okay.
again.
Okay, I gave you my email.
Yeah, I've got your email, so I can send it to you. When you're out there on the trail, they have a certain protocol that you have to follow. This is one of those citizen science projects. And so as a citizen scientist, there's certain guidelines you have to follow. One of them is that you can only look 16 feet to your left, to your right, and in front of you. And I think they always say 5 meters, but you may not know exactly what 5 meters would equal, but 16 feet would make it a little easier.
Okay.
And also above you, 16 feet above you. It's like a bubble,
Gotcha.
but you never count anything behind you. You have to see it in front of you, or to the left or right, like a bubble all around you. And you walk very slowly. They say it's like a wedding march. And you concentrate just on butterflies. Now, I also do the monarch monitoring, but I'm not allowed to do that on my way out. So I just do this, all butterflies for Michigan, on my way out. Then when I get to the end of the trail, I turn around and I'm finished with Michigan, and now on my way back, I look at all the little milkweed plants for caterpillars, and that way I'm not violating the rule.
Gotcha.
The monarchs don't care, that I've already walked there once,
Sure.
because the caterpillar is still going to be on that milkweed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if I do see a monarch on the way out, I might count it on the way back if I saw a monarch.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Absolutely.
So we're specifically interested in monarchs also. And so how does that trail, is that trail like a good monarch trail?
Any of them would be.
Any of them?
Any of
Okay.
Yeah, you're not tied down. Yeah, there's 6 times, we talked about that. They want you to do it between 10 in the morning and 4:30 in the afternoon. Because after 4:30, they quit flying as much. But if you started at, if you started at 3 o'clock, you could go to 5 if you needed to.
Sure.
Or if you started at 3:30, you could go till 5. but they don't want you to start at 4:30. And if there are two of you, one of you has to be the scribe, which is writing down the names of butterflies or unknown butterfly. And I imagine this should be in your first year. You'll have a lot of that when you say an unknown butterfly. And that's fine. If you have a cell phone, what I did my first year, if possible, I tried to take a picture. Then I'll give you the address to send that picture to. And the gal in Michigan loves to ID pictures. And she'll email you back and say, oh, that was a pearl crescent that you saw. Then you can add it into your report.
Okay.
So that's fun. But the scribe is not allowed to tell you, oh, there's a butterfly over there. Only the person in the front is allowed to say, there's a butterfly.
And then
The scribe has to be quiet and just listen to what you tell her to write down, or the other way around. Don't bring any pets with you, because then you'll be distracted. Sure, trying to keep track of the pet.
my cats would know.
Yeah, they wouldn't like it anyway. So, you also have to determine what type of habitat you're in. Is it a woods? Is it a prairie? Is it a wetland? And I'll give you a list of all the possible things it could be. Sometimes that's hard. Out at the Boy Scout office, I was trying to do my first time, and there was a Grand McCulloch on one side, and there was a pond on the other side, but there was this raised path between them. And I thought, well, I'm not in the wetland, I'm not in the marsh, but I've got it all around me. And they told me, well, call it a wetland, because it's on both sides of me. And then the other part, I had actually two areas. The other part was all grassland, mostly. And so that was actually called a grassland area. But I'll show you all those types here in a minute before we go on the hike. So are there any questions about where you're going to go?
I think I'd be more interested in Arrowhead.
In Arrowhead, sure. That's fine. We will get last year was their training year. They did it late in the year, and they never reported their sightings in because it was so late. And so I'm not sure what trail they were taking at Arrowhead. I don't know. I'm sure we've got a map somewhere of Arrowhead. Have you ever seen one of Arrowhead?
Yeah.
You might look in one of those boxes, see if you see any that say Arrowhead, and we can give you that, and you can look at it. But there's at least 2 or 3 trails out there, and you can do an opposite from what they're doing, and I'll get a hold of them and email you what number or what area they're doing out there. That was a good question. And you also, well, we'll talk about the handbook later. Nothing else. You can print your own.
Okay.
And we'll start with those two.
Well, it's cool. It sounds like monarch observation.
Did I have one too? Yes, you did. I don't have one.
That's the one is there a meeting at the end of the month?
Which is something you might be interested in?
Yeah.
Cabbage ways, they're all over.
Yeah, there's trail 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got 5 trails there. So
Right, and then they have like,
I'll let you know which one that they're doing. Now, okay. Okay. Now, this is the official form when you walk and that you'll use. If you want any of these, for some reason, I've got a few extra. I gave them my extras on this chart. Look on the left side. So, if you're, well, let's see. Make sure you're on the side without a picture of a butterfly. Without the butterfly. Yeah. Okay. at the top left there it says surveyed site. So that would just be like Trail 5, you know, Eagle March.